Hello, everyone. This is Linda Jo Hefner, the author of Tainted Seas, My Sailor Story, now available on Amazon. And today, in honor of our son's birthday, our Gregory's birthday, I'm going to read a chapter that I've never read anywhere before. Chapter 13, I'll read part of it, which concerns Gregory's birth. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called Baby Makes Three. Chapter 13. Here we go. While I stayed home waiting to burst, Bud worked hard his first day in the orchard, but came home with a smile on his face. After so much book work, he enjoyed the time with his Navy friends. At the end of each work day, all the guys got to take home the drops. These were peaches with enough bruises or marks they were unsellable. Bud brought home 10 baskets of drops, grinning like a schoolboy. On the second day of his work, I started canning peaches, but I only made it through half the baskets. When he arrived home, I just finished cleaning up the mess, and he had 7 more baskets to add to the 5 on the floor. Impressive, he praised, holding a golden jar up to the light. These'll taste good in the winter. That night we stood exhausted and proud, leaning against each other, admiring our closet pantry filled with ranks of canned vegetables and the latest peaches. We had a good stash of food. And over that weekend, Bud made enough money to pay for 3 months' lot rent. On the closet floor sat a large bar of Hershey bars, ready to hand out after our baby's birth. Bud was so confident in the gender of our baby that each bar had a blue "It's a boy" band wrapped around it. I didn't bother to remind him that this might be a girl and that he might have created a girl. Next to the Hershey bar box was our packed hospital bag ready to go. I put my hand behind one hip and stretched and yawned. My back's killing me. Let's can the 12 baskets of peaches tomorrow. Bud yawned and stretched his tired arms up. Oh, I can't do another thing tonight, doll. The sun was a killer today. Bud sniffed his armpits and made a face. Whew, I stink. I need a shower. While Bud showered, I lay on the couch. Being pregnant was hard work, and my back needed a rest. Wrapped in a towel, he entered the living room. You okay, doll? I just overdid it. Did the standing today. My back hurts. Bud grasped my hand and pulled my beach whale body off the couch, and I moaned, tomorrow we can do the rest of the peaches. We have all day. I'm beat. There was no pillow talk that night, just murmurs of love and a drowsy kiss. Then he groaned and wrapped his arms around me. Sometime in that night I was jolted awake by a gathering pain pressing into my back and then encircling my belly, squeezing it like a boa constrictor. I sat up quickly, only to feel another one squeezing me so hard tears came to my eyes. Holy shit, I hollered. Bud, wake up! Wake up! He grunted and let out a snore and rolled away from me. Grabbing the back of both of his shoulders, I shook him hard. The baby's coming! Wake up! I shrieked. Another pain flared across my back and vice gripped my stomach, making me scream. He rolled over and rubbed his eyes. Are you going into labor, doll? Damn it, what do you think I'm yelling about? The baby's coming. He threw back the cover and calmly said, okay, I've got this covered. Get dressed. Suddenly I was a spitfire, full of confused anger. What do you mean you've got this covered? I felt myself unwinding, my brain disconnecting from my mouth. I'm having a baby, not you. And I changed my mind. I don't want a baby. Why the hell did you do this to me? Get dressed, he repeated in the same calm voice, pulling on jeans and a sweatshirt. He put his ear on my stomach. Hey, son, let's get Mom to the hospital. As the contraction and Pain receded and the anger slowly ebbed. Step by step, Bud moved along steadily, getting us ready. I took a deep breath and let it out slowly. I wondered if I could do this, but I resolved it didn't matter. Like it or not, I was having a baby. Already 4 days later, our baby remained reluctant to be born. It seemed like neither of us wanted it to happen. Bud walked me up and down the hallways of the hospital over and over again, encouraging the baby to descend. Finally, it was showtime. In the delivery room, Bud counted out the instructions. We breathed in and out the 8 counts just as we practiced. Slowly, he repeated this routine with me until each contraction stopped. In between contractions, he massaged my back and fed me ice chips. He was in it with me, never leaving my side. When many husbands were content in the waiting room, that wasn't Bud. He wanted to be present for the whole ordeal. The contractions started again and then subsided, then repeated the process again and again. The baby didn't seem ready to be born, stubbornly fighting to stay inside of me. But finally, his little head crusted. "Push, Linda, push, Dr. Harrison," said Dr. Harrison. The birth process seemed to last forever. I spent time between contractions resting on my side, bracing for the next pain. Finally, a sharp pain engulfed my stomach, and I screamed. Without any prompting, I pushed the baby out. I lay on my back too tired to cry, but Bud did the crying for both of us. With tears running down my face, he kissed my cheek and he said, "You did it. I love you, doll. I love you." More tears flowed freely down his cheek. "It's a boy," the doctor said, holding up the baby, crying baby, then asked Bud, "Would you like to cut the umbilical cord?" Proudly, Bud took his baby, cut the umbilical cord, then cleaned and wrapped the baby in a blanket. Holding the baby up in the air, he prayed aloud. "God, thank you. Please bless our son." More tears rolled down Bud's face as he gently pressed his precious son against my chest. With Bud's head on mine, he watched his boy nurse with utter fascination. Gregory Hampel was perfect, with chubby pink cheeks, healthy screaming lungs, tight wispy hairs, all his fingers and toes, and big feet. My goodness, he had big feet. I gently lifted up one of them and said to Bud, "He's definitely your son." Beaming with pride, Bud kissed the tiny foot. Bud got out the "It's a Boy" Hershey bars and passed them out, thanking everyone. Dr. Harrison demurred, saying, "I was only Johnny Bench there to catch the baby," but Bud pressed a candy bar into his hand. Bud and I caught each other's eyes. We had done it. We had a son. Well, that's only part of chapter 13, and I hope that you'll want to read more and enjoy. Tainted Seas, My Sailor Story, is currently on Amazon, and proceeds are being donated to veterans charities. So buy it, go out, Google my name, buy a copy of Tainted Seas. You'll get a good book, and you'll be helping our veterans. So thank you very much for listening today. This is Linda Jo Hefner, the author of Tainted Seas, My Sailor Story, signing off. Bye now.